we're the head judge there. Did it last year, and we are happy to be back. It's going to be a really fun deal. We got a video here to play. Going to show you a little bit about the food truck championships, and it's got 35 trucks.
Wow.
40 dishes have been entered. This is different than they're going to be selling dishes too, but they've got 40 dishes entered in the contest. We're going to give away $10,000. Which that's a lot of money.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
Prizes, it's a lot of
food too.
And not only that, the good thing about this event is that they sell food.
Love that.
And then they also get to enter it. So it's a win-win for it because they take up the whole downtown Chickasha, and the food trucks come from Louisiana, Texas, and Oklahoma.
All the good places.
All the good places.
Yeah, nowhere else matters.
Nowhere else matters. Ron, we got that video.
Trey's Chowdown back at the Oklahoma Food Truck Championships this Saturday, October 2nd. Come see us for some great food, fun, and music.
2 hours. All right, it's 2 hours from here. We're going to be doing it, and it's going to be a fun deal. If y'all are anywhere near the Chickasha area, it's only going to be Chickasha is only about a little over 2 hours from here, and it's Norman and Oklahoma City. It's pretty centrally located wherever. It's a neat deal. Yeah,
let's do it.
It'll be a fun deal. So y'all come see us in Chickasha, Oklahoma tomorrow all day. I love the time lapse. That guy did that video all day long last year from 6 in the morning till it was over. Then he put it all together.
Commitment.
It's crazy. You should see when you get 12,000 people down there.
Ooh.
Wow.
It looks like ants.
It does.
Yeah. And that was that town is beautiful. It's like a little Norman Rockwell type town. It's beautiful.
Yeah, like the old town feel.
Oh man, everybody's so sweet. It's awesome. So tomorrow, Chickasha, Oklahoma. Then I want to talk about beef prices, which I'm sure you're aware of. The Texas A&M Ag Extension Office put a deal out yesterday, and the beef prices are going to keep going up. The retail beef price is going to go up, and of course, the prices for guys like meat ranchers. They're still down. They're still down a little bit. I haven't sold any calves in probably 6 months. It's just,
really?
And it's not fair because the calf raisers don't get the money. The industry is controlled by the retail beef market.
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah, that's got to change.
That's too.
Yeah, and you see all the barbecue guys. People are complaining, writing bad comments and everything about why is your brisket? They don't want to go out of business. They don't want to raise the prices.
Yeah,
no.
They have to. I mean, if they don't, they go out of business.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to charge the prices we're having to charge.
No,
yeah.
I've talked to several different barbecue owners, restaurant owners that actually sold their houses or their secondary income streams so they could put money in their business to keep their things going during COVID. So I mean, it's a serious deal still.
That's exactly what we were in.
Yeah. Oh, Smileys.
Oh yeah.
And as everybody knows, we still have an employee shortage. So please be nice when you go into restaurants. It's important for you to breathe a little bit. Every restaurant I talked to, there's only a couple that didn't have employee shortages, and those that didn't are restaurants that had a lot of money and they've done very successful and have a high volume, and it's just hard. It's hard.
The mom and pop shops are really struggling to find employees.
It's a bad deal. Mm-hmm. And I want to talk one more thing about Kate Weisner's chocolates. Kate Weisner does craft custom chocolates. She's got 3 shops in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. She's doing Halloween chocolates, and they are unbelievable. They're like artwork. You can see them right there. Those are chocolates.
Oh, yum. Oh, my God.
You got some here for us to try?
Yeah, no. Those are eyeballs.
The eyeballs are so cool.
And then the fingers.
And the fingers.
Man.
Are they filled with anything inside?
Some of them are, some of them are, but they're all packaged just like that's a box with a clear top on it. Everything is packaged beautifully. She's like an artist, and she just does incredible work.
That is art. That's
Beautiful.
amazing.
I love her stuff. She's fantastic. All right, so now we're going to get down to y'all with Smiley's barbecue.
The nitty gritty.
Barbecue.
So first, I want to say y'all just got married, right?
We did in May.
Yep.
In May.
We actually got married at the old ranch-style bean factory, which is now the Silver Star Whiskey.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Silver Star, I like those guys.
They're so good. I love their whiskey and their bourbon. It is so smooth. I mean, I'm not super picky, but I love their stuff.
Don't they have a honey or a bar?
Yes, the honey whiskey is my favorite. With some ginger beer, it's perfect.
Is it?
Yeah, we mixed it up and made a glaze for a pork belly.
Oh
yeah.
I just like straight old whiskey.
Oh yeah.
I don't like putting Coke. I don't like putting Dr. Pepper. Just one ice cube and just get with it.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So where'd y'all meet? You told me you met in high school, right?
Yeah, we've known each other since she was a freshman when I was a senior at Foster Ridge High School.
Wow.
Yeah, right there in Keller.
So y'all know each other a long time now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So and then you've been dating. So now you just got married. So did you? Was it anybody in the barbecue world involved in your wedding?
No, not really.
We did.
Oh, yeah, actually, we did. Sorry. So my buddy, Chef Mark McCourt from Oregon, he owns Against the Grain Barbecue, and he came out and did a full spread. There's, everything you can possibly think of, and he really chefed it up too, to make it everything real nice and fancy.
So I like that name, Against the Grain. Where is that?
It's in Eugene, Oregon.
Oh, Eugene. Oh, that's a long way.
Oh yeah.
Did he fly down or drive down?
No, he flew. But yeah, we got everything put together, and then he got to use our kitchen.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
But I met him through the barbecue community whenever I was in Austin cooking.
Right.
And I went out to Eugene, Oregon, and we put together a barbecue class to go teach people Texas barbecue at his restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh yeah.
That's the thing, doing food, and the last 5 years, I've noticed that people are coming and taking Texas barbecue back to California, Oregon, Seattle, Washington.
Texas inspired.
Yeah. I went to see my daughter. She was living in Washington at that time, and there was a place just opened up in Seattle. No, in Portland. Yeah. In Portland. And I was like, man, this tastes just like. I mean, he came out here and worked somebody and went out there, and he's going to do well because guess what? The market's not flooded with Texas barbecue guys out there,
and it's damn good.
Yeah, it is damn good. Yeah, you're right about that.
It really is.
Yeah,
they really got this little kind of Austin away from home. Well, I mean, Austin, it has great barbecue, obviously, but the DFW is hot on their tail.
Yeah,
and then in Portland, they're right behind them. You're right behind us. They're getting there. I mean, I wouldn't say behind. Everybody's kind of got their own thing. Portland, Oregon, having Texas barbecue.
Yeah, Eugene's a neat place.
Yeah, I love that little town. With the university being there and everything, it's very, very, very homey feeling. Compared to when you go into Portland or something.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So, are you from Fort Worth?
I was born in Lubbock.
Okay.
Yeah, but I was raised all over Texas. My dad we moved a bunch.
Was he in the oil field or just
airlines?
Airlines.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's good.
Oh yeah.
It was a lot better back then than it is now.
Yes,
oh man,
sir.
yeah. It was Delta for the longest time, and Delta moved to Atlanta, and then he went to Southwest, and
for some reason, airline people back in those days, in the 70s, 80s, up to the 90s, had a whole different packages, retirement packages, and the clout was a little different. So it was different.
Totally.
Yeah. So where are you from originally?
My family grew up here in Keller, Texas. I was born in Germany. My dad was in the Army. So,
okay.
Yeah.
So that's where you two met at school.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Fossil Ridge.
Fossil Ridge.
What were you? A Sundancer?
I was a Sundancer. I was in the drill team.
Yeah.
Well, a drill team.
Yeah.
A Sundancer. Oh, a real Sundancer.
A real Sundancer. Yeah.
And I was all sports.
Yeah.
So when did you start cooking barbecue? Or when did you get interested in barbecue? Was it then when you were in high school, or was it after high school? When?
I've always been a fire poker. I've always been the one that you can't keep away from the fire.
Yeah.
And then growing up, we've always done brisket at the house, or with family occasions and whatnot. My mom and my stepmom have a barbecue restaurant, or a barbecue situation they do in Fredericksburg at the trade days.
Okay.
Or they did for the longest time. They just now stopped.
Okay.
But whenever I came back from California, they said that they had somebody in Austin that owns one of the big restaurants out there, that they wanted to move and open up a new location in Los Angeles. So I was supposed to go to Austin to train.
Okay.
And that's how it ended up happening. I spent 4 years at one of the top places down there.
And they didn't open up the one in Los Angeles?
No, Los Angeles wouldn't let us use the offset smokers and all.
Oh yeah, there's all kinds of pollution type deals.
Yeah. But all it is that they'll let you have a fireplace, which is all the offset smokers. But now they're letting people use the offset smokers, but I have no interest in going back there.
When I was in restaurants, I lived out there for 10 years.
Yeah.
9. I lived in Orange County, I lived in LA, and then San Francisco for 2. And there's nothing. California is just, they got a lot of weird, quirky laws out there.
Oh yeah. Everything causes cancer out there.
Yeah, but it might. But everything causes cancer.
Everything.
Seriously, everything you do nowadays, right?
Yes, sir.
Then I heard Austin was going to do the bark. The bark on barbecue was going to cause you cancer. Well, I guess what? I'm going to have to get it.
Yeah.
Because that's my favorite thing is the bark.
That's what people, I feel like I'm known for the bark.
Yeah, you are. Yeah. Barkalicious.
Yes, sir.
What was the reasoning behind the bark causing cancer?
They said the charcoal, something off the black soot or whatever. Yeah,
oh my goodness. Oh, this good carcinogen.
I only read about a paragraph and a half because I said, oh, it's just crap. I didn't want to. I'm a positive guy. There's no reason to filter in junk. I'm not going to.
Fear porn.
Absolutely.
Yeah, fear porn. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Fear porn. Hey, there's a lot of that going on these days.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You can choose to either believe it or not believe it.
Absolutely.
I choose not to believe it.
I choose to as well.
Because if you do believe it and you smile, I know how you are. You smile and laugh. If you do believe it, it winds up affecting your everyday attitude.
It does.
Absolutely.
Your moral stability, your mental health, everything, and before long, it brings you down.
It becomes your personality.
Yeah. It's not good.
No. Can't be called Smileys with that personality.
No, you can't. No, you can't. Hey, so we're Smileys.
Hey.
So we'll talk about Smileys in a minute, but you were just on Barbecue Brawl. How'd you get casted for Barbecue Brawl?
They, as you like to say, slid into my DMs
Did they
on
really?
Instagram. Yeah. So they told me that there was a casting company that I had worked with before, and they, I guess, were casting, and they're the ones that do the stuff for Barbecue Brawl.
Right.
So they asked if I was interested, and I said yes. So they sent me the application, and then we went through the whole process. The 3 or 4 different interviews, the video interviews with the production companies and all that.
They come to you, or did you go to them?
The
videos.
The videos. It was all done over Zoom and stuff, just in the middle of.
That's good.
So
that's the best way, though.
Yeah. Didn't have to fly to California to get this done.
No, and you know what? It saves those companies a lot of money too, because used to that's what would happen. You had to fly everywhere
and then pay for them to stay and the whole shebang. Yeah. But after everything went through, they ended up telling me that I was going to be on season 2. So I get there and we shot in Bee Cave, which is down in Austin. At this little place called the Star Hill Ranch. It's if you've never seen it, it's really cool. It's like a little western town, but they set it up the barbecue area down there, and we did it. And I got to meet Bobby Flay, be on Bobby Flay's team. Michael Simon too. I was really excited to work with Eddie Jackson.
Eddie, the promo, Eddie Jackson.
Eddie Jackson.
I like all 3 of those guys actually.
Absolutely,
their personalities mesh really well for that kind of program.
Absolutely, they did. Yeah, I think the season 2 is going to be the best season.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, when I first saw the promos, I knew I'd seen that town before. Like I told you, I knew it because it had been several other things. So. Yeah. Was it chilly? Would you shoot it?
Yeah, it was. So during the day, it was about 70, 80 degrees, and then at nighttime, whenever during the end of the shoot day, it started getting to where it was windy and about 60. So
it was March when he went down there to film.
Okay.
So you can't really I can't wear this and then towards the end of the shoot put on a jacket. That messes up continuity. So we're sitting there just freezing, pretending like we're not.
No, the reason I asked you is because I could tell you were cold sometimes.
Really? It's funny.
Your nose get a little red.
I didn't hide it very well.
I said, either somebody's back there whipping his butt or it's cold.
Both.
Could be both.
Long days of shooting?
Yeah, very long days.
Yeah, it's long, isn't it?
About 10 hours-ish.
Yeah.
And then, half of that's cooking. Sometimes half of it's cooking. Sometimes they give us 30 minutes, to cook, and then we're still out there for 10 hours, and there's only 2 30-minute segments.
Anytime we set up stuff for shoot footage for ABC or Fox, NBC or anybody, it's always 6, 8, 10 hours for 3, 5 minutes of footage.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's just the way it works.
Yeah, that's
TV.
Oh yeah.
People don't see that.
They see behind the scenes.
It's all glamorous till you got to do it for about 6 months. No days off, 7 days. It's just the way it works. Some of those guys they just shot a new segment. They're shooting that movie here for the new 1883 for Yellowstone.
Yeah,
they shot a month's worth of footage in 10 days in stockyards. I mean, they worked around the clock at 20-hour days.
Ooh.
So crazy.
Yeah.
See, as I used to work for Disney, and or with Disney, we're contracted through with a production company called Transition, but we shot in essentials because Disney doesn't do any kind of outside advertising. It's all so everything that we and. It'd be 100 people on set for literally a 1-minute segment.
Right.
And we'd shoot for 12 hours, and it's really crazy all the stuff that goes into the behind-the-scenes work on it.
Yeah. People don't see any of that.
They don't.
No. If they saw how much footage was shot, it'd be crazy. Like we just shot a brunch footage in Dallas just 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago for Best Brunch Observer morning after brunch. It was best brunch in Dallas, and there was like 30 different chefs there, and we spent 3 or 4 hours shooting footage for probably 6 minutes.
Wow.
It was hot too.
Oh
Lots
yeah.
of food.
And I sweat.
I had to sweat off. It's supposed to be cool that time of year, but it's not anymore. It's so hot.
Yeah, it is.
Global warming.
Yeah, global warming. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, so how did Smiley's come about? So tell me about Smiley's.
Smiley's was after my exit from the Austin barbecue scene. I came back up. I was, like I said, Keller I spent most of my childhood in the Keller area, and I really wanted to open up my own barbecue restaurant up here. And I noticed that there wasn't really a whole lot going on when it came to, quote unquote, the craft barbecue.
Right.
So just the Austin style barbecue is really what's called craft barbecue.
Hang on, let's talk about that for a minute. Yeah. People somehow, what is craft barbecue? Craft barbecue is a craft.
Yes.
Yeah. It takes longer.
Yep.
It's hard to, and I've tried to explain some articles in my blogs. It's hard to explain to people, but if you have them all sitting in front of you, you could tell somebody.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So craft barbecue is you're pretty much taking your time to make everything
like
by
artist.
hand. Yes, everything is made by hand. So traditionally in the Texas barbecue, you get your Benny Keith or your Cisco potato salad in, and that's you kind of spruce it up to where you want it to be. But everything with us is made from scratch.
Everything.
Down to the we buy the brioche buns. I'll tell you that much. But other than that, down from the pickles, the onions, the rubs, everything is made from scratch. Yes. Sauces, and it's just really cool because we're able to show kind of our personality through our food. And we're able to change it up all the time, and being able to call it craft barbecue. People understand that, hey, this is kind of chef driven. And we're gonna change it up a little bit.
Time consuming.
Yeah.
But I featured your brisket balls. First time I had those brisket balls, and I featured them on Fox. On Fox. Those are fantastic.
That was her idea.
Was that your idea?
Yeah,
You're in charge. You're in charge of the brisket balls.
I was in charge of them. We had an idea to do the traditional our version of the potato salad, and we just never got around to it. And so this box of potatoes had just been sitting there, and I was like, you know what? We have this fryer, and we didn't have it in Ponder, and so it was a new tool for us, a new toy. And I was like, why don't we just, fry up some potatoes, and throw the loaded potatoes in there and just like ball them up. And it was his idea to do the panko, make it crispy and like kind of define what I.
So it was a combined effort.
Absolutely,
thanks for
always.
She's given me so much.
Everything is a combined effort for sure. I make the sides and the desserts usually in the morning, and then he does the meats.
All those desserts. She was making these cookies, these brisket tallow caramel cookies.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So we'd use.
I haven't had those yet.
Oh God, they are. Yeah, we'll make some more, but it's a chocolate chip cookie with we make caramel with brisket tallow instead of butter.
Yeah.
And
oh man,
my God, yeah.
I bet the savory, a little bit sweet,
a little bit,
a little bit.
They're perfect for the
A
holidays.
little bit. I guess it has to be a little salty too. So
you get some heavy
salt
flake
bites
salt.
out. Yeah.
On the top, yeah. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sea salt.
Yes, sir.
Oh man, that's
wrong.
the best. No, can't go wrong.
Yeah, we did it with pork belly too. So we did pork belly fat, and so, it was man.
I told you we're talking about burnt ends. I told you about those burnt ends I had from Interstellar. They're the best. They're the best.
John Bates is amazing.
They're a peach glazed burnt end, but it's just the way that they were. There was just enough to flavor profile. They were savory, just a tad bit of sweet, a little bit of salty, to cut through the grease. I mean, it was just a fantastic burn end.
It's all about the balance.
Yeah,
it really is. We just now did the Come and Smoke It event at Windy Point Park in Austin, and Interstellar was there, and he had this pork belly that was the bite of the show by far. And I did tri-tip with chimichurri that we did, and it was really, really good. And I got to, but. Pork belly from Interstellar.
It's hard for me. Chimichurri is one of my favorite things of all time. If it's done right, if it's made fresh,
yes,
and chopped fresh, and hand chopped, not machine chopped. There's a difference.
Yeah.
You bruise the. I mean, it's just a big difference.
Totally.
So
we did it fresh there, right in front of everybody.
Orange peppers. We did orange bell peppers instead of jalepenos inside of it. Yeah.
So if you tell me his was good, then I know it was good.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it was so good.
Oh yeah.
What was it? Was pork belly?
Yeah, it's pork belly. And I don't want to butcher what it was. It was pork belly with something else with it, and I can't.
It had like a Thai flavoring to it.
Yeah,
there was a creamy kind of spicy sauce, and then he put peanuts and some herbs on top of it, and the pork belly was like soft and crispy on the outside. It was so good.
Yeah, everything he's a craft barbecue guy, Interstellar and Austin.
Oh yeah.
I got a hamburger one day. I ordered a bunch of food one day, and then I had him throw a hamburger in there. Man, that hamburger was good. But a lot of these guys are doing the hamburgers now because I do that big hamburger list every year.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I've been doing it for almost 10 years now, and it's gotten better and better every year. When I first started, it was hard to find a really good hamburger. Now, oh my God, these barbecue. I had one yesterday over at a Patriotic Pig. Mm-hmm. He's doing a new one he's doing brisket.
Yep.
Brisket meat with cheddar cheese. And then ground jalapenos,
and smash burger,
a little sausage, and then crumb, and then it was delicious.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah.
The really cool thing about the burger situation, especially over there at Patriotic Pig, how they're using the brisket trimmings.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of the craft barbecue, we all make our own sausage.
Right.
So, and that's really just, since we trim so much off the briskets in this craft barbecue thing, traditionally, you know, you get the brisket, you throw it on, you just trim a little bit off.
One way to save waste.
So instead of throwing all that meat away or trying to grind it up, and you can make sausage out of it, you can make burgers out of it, you can make little boudin balls, anything.
Yeah.
And that the way that people are repurposing some of this brisket meat, because it's prime.
Yeah.
Most of it's prime.
And the cost now, I was talking to him yesterday, his brisket's still way up in the air. But that's good because it solves a lot of problems. It solves your food cost problem. It solves your bottom line dollar problem. It can also solve your creative problem because it gives you something else to sell, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because if you're selling barbecue, to me, if a barbecue restaurant's selling barbecue, they have to have other things besides just brisket, pulled pork, if you want to keep people coming back time and time again, right?
Yeah. So that's why you add in your sausage of the week or sausage of the month. Some guys do, and then like Brandon Hurtado over there, they do that quail, which
it's good.
And then
I gotta eat a bunch of them because they're a little bitty.
Yeah, a little bitty.
The crawfish
but they're really
problem.
good. Yeah. And then you've got the now this wave that's taken over Texas, the pork belly burnt ends, like we were just talking about. You know, that wouldn't really traditionally a whole lot of people doing that.
Everybody's doing it now.
Everybody does it now.
But there's a difference. Everybody can do it. It's just who's going to be. It's like a race in a car. You know, everybody can race a car, but who's going to have the best driving skills? Who's going to have the fastest car? You know,
and with the pork belly burnt in, it's about texture. It really is about texture. You can't
and balance.
You have to have your sweet and savory. Or sweet heat. You know, the sweet heat works with it too.
I had David over at Cadillac Barbecue in Dallas it's a 7-day process. Does a akaushi burn in akaushi. I'm literally like meat butter. You know?
Cadillac's is one of my favorite places, and a lot of people don't even know about it because it's tucked away over there at Farmers Branch. But Cadillac is like by far one of my favorites. They know,
standing in that line, they know.
Oh yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
So, what was the most difficult thing for you when you started Smiley's? What was the hardest thing for you as a new business owner to get over? What was your biggest fear before you opened the door?
Pricing the food. You know, I didn't want to. I didn't want to go too expensive to scare people away, but at the same time, you want to be able to bring the quality product, and it takes a long time. So you gotta. And there's a lot of waste with barbecue. So the pricing was the biggest part, and then after we got over that and figured out the pricing situation, finding a good location. You know, you can think that a location is going to be good, but then there's no foot traffic or there's no. That's really the biggest the biggest struggles with it, and then. Since the pandemic started, is employees.
Oh yeah. Everybody's got that problem. So let me ask you a question: Did you cost your food out?
Yeah.
And then labor costs, everything, or you just do your food costs?
Labor at first was just us.
Oh well,
we didn't really have to worry about that.
But you still got to worry about that.
Yeah, we had to pay yourself.
You got to worry about that.
We just pay yourself.
And we didn't. I mean, I wouldn't.
But that's a mistake that a lot of people get into is they think because they're doing the work themselves, and that's not the case. You have to make a balance for yourself. Otherwise, you wind up. Guess what? Your bills don't get paid at home, or the truck payment don't get paid. I'm just for speaking's sake.
100%.
Well, that's 100%. for real life's sake too. That stuff happens.
Small business in general, but especially the barbecue because it is like such a high low profit margin, high quality food.
Especially with the sliced brisket and stuff like that. You're not. If you normally make most of your money off the sides, the drinks, the desserts, stuff like that, rather than in the sandwiches, rather than the sliced barbecue. I mean, that's what everybody chases is that perfect slice of brisket, but you're not making your money off that.
No, it's other things. By the way, I've got some Ron production put together a video of some stuff you've done at Smiley's. So he's gonna roll that. Ron, will you roll that video?
Thank you. Cool.
Yeah, that way people can, because we don't have any food here. We're not at the restaurant, so I wanted people to be able to see.
Yeah.
What you do.
Sorry about that.
How you do it. See, who's that dude?
Oh, man. That's a good picture. Who took that?
Look at that.
That's that.
That looks delicious, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Mr. Santa Claus.
That was probably around Christmas last year.
Hopefully it was.
Look at those briskets.
Look at that bar.
Yeah, that bark,
Oh, yeah. That turkey right there is really the winner. Everybody loves the turkey.
Look at you. Is that your own food you eating?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
We made those brisket Sundays.
Those are the brisket kolaches.
Oh, yeah. Those are good. I had one of those with you.
Have you ever been down to Curlin's Barbecue in Austin?
Yeah.
Man, that's where...
Yeah.
Oh, that's the quail.
Yeah, that's good looking stuff.
Delicious.
Oh, that pork belly.
Pork belly.
Yeah.
Look at those.
Oh, yeah.
I see that Smiley's logo over there. Oh, there you are.
That's
on
for
the
Food
Network.
Guy.
You've done a lot of stuff traveling around. You've done some other events outside of here. Lately, wait a minute. First of all, you did have a big one here in Roanoke.
Yeah, it's called For the Love of Barbecue.
That's right.
And we really wanted to do it in February this past year, but then Corona kind of put that on hold. So they went ahead and did it this past month, and it was amazing. We brought a lot of guys from all over the state, and a few from outside of the state in. And
I had fun. It was great.
Yeah, I was happy seeing you there, man.
I love that guy's smokers.
Oh yeah,
that one on four wheels you just pull around.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, AJ's
Custom Smokers. That man can build, and they're so efficient.
Yeah,
they're so efficient. You don't got to use any wood.
It's just they're just not only that he. To me, it makes barbecue fun.
Yeah.
It makes it. I like stuff that's colorful, that's vibrant, that's boisterous, obviously loud. All the above.
Yeah.
And all his smokers are really. I mean, he makes them. When I go to these barbecue events, when I travel, I'm going to barbecue events all over the state.
Yeah.
I love taking pictures of just all the smokers.
Oh yeah.
Because literally, to me, a smoker. It's personal.
And it shows your personality.
The guy, either the guy that owns a restaurant or the pitmaster that they're partners or whatever. But I think it's their personality. Am I right about that?
It really is. Yeah. Like I don't know if y'all know who Brad Orson is.
No.
This man is the whole hog champion of the world. But he owns a barbecue joint down in Mississippi called The Shed.
I have
fed at the shed.
Yeah.
So he's got an old, I think it's an old Volkswagen. Sorry, Brad, if I'm wrong on that, but he's turned into a smoker.
Oh,
and
cool.
It's literally, they pull up the car and they unload it off the trailer, and it's a smoker on the inside, the whole thing.
That's so cool.
Is it a bug?
Yeah, I don't think it's a bug. I think it looks like an old Volkswagen looking. Like an old Chrysler or Plymouth or
whatever.
Yeah.
But it's a car.
Yeah,
Volvo.
yeah, a Volvo maybe. I don't know.
They built the smoker inside the car.
Yeah, they gutted the whole thing out and put grates in it and sealed everything up.
It's absolutely
so cool.
art.
That's not his
really
main
is.
one he uses. He's got his I think it's the old hickories that they use for the whole hog, but he's got a really cool setup too. But
that's a conversation piece.
It really is.
Yeah.
And he's the guy that's always got his. I mean, you and him would get along. He's always got a real loud outfit.
I get along with everybody.
Real loud outfit, and he wears his straw hat and his long curly hair, blonde hair. He's a personality for sure.
Yeah. Well, that's just what you got to be.
He actually gave me most of my equipment to start my restaurant. He said, "Hey, if you get a trailer and come on down here to the shed, I will load that trailer up, and you'll be able to start your restaurant."
How nice is that?
That's what. He's an amazing guy.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he's big time family man, big time helper of the community.
But you know what? The barbecue community, the real barbecue community, these guys that all work their asses off.
Yeah.
Slave and sweat, blood and tears and all that stuff. Because it's a lot of work.
Yep.
It's a community. It really is.
It's a labor of love for sure.
That's the best way to put it. It's a labor of love.
Yeah, you got her working with you.
Yeah.
So because I've noticed in the barbecue business, I've seen like Jay's Barbecue Shack, husband and wife work together.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of husband and wife, Dane and Ashley.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's been the most? Is there a challenging aspect for it? Or have y'all just kind of meshed been fine?
There's been some challenging aspects. I'll let you speak on a little bit. Because I'm
I just want to say anything wrong.
I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. Sometimes, I'm not the Gordon Ramsay in the kitchen yelling at people, but whenever something doesn't get done right, I kind of, and so then
why? That's passion, bro.
It is passion. It is passion. But then
passion.
Bringing in the one you love and then start to tell them, treat like an employee or something. That's the thing you can't do. So
that's the one starts to feel degraded or no, it's the truth.
It's all about communication, if I'm honest. I really do feel like in a relationship, if you've got one and the other, you balance each other out in your strengths and weaknesses.
Sure.
And that's really what happens in the barbecue industry as well. Us wives, we pick up the pieces where they can't, or they could, but it would exhaust them. But we working 24/7. We help each other where we can.
Really compliment each other. Yeah. And I took her from the fashion world or the designer world. Yeah, she was an interior designer.
Oh wow.
And whenever we first,
that's a big change.
It's a big change. It's a lot of
but
learning.
it's still retail.
It is. It's
still retail.
It's still selling yourself and selling your experience. I feel like kind of just is a universal language.
People don't realize this. You sell yourself every day. I don't care. I don't care if you're at the movie theater, taking tickets at the front door, or doing barbecue, or working at a restaurant serving people. You sell yourself every day.
Yeah,
Yes,
and
definitely.
what you're putting off is what people are gonna, you know, that's the basis of what they base their experience off of. You know, so if you got somebody rude or not smiling or that's overly annoying or whatever, it's not the food ain't gonna taste as good.
All the same experience, just make sure that it kind of goes hand in hand.
Yeah, and smiling and being positive, and putting off a great vibe. And I know people give me crap all the time. I mean, I get comments from people all the time on platforms about you can't possibly be this happy or But you know what? It's the way I live my life, and it's the way I want to live my life.
Yeah.
I don't let things bother me, and if they do, I let it roll. Now, I'm not going to tell you I don't get mad every once in a while. I do get mad.
It happens. It happens.
You better watch out when I do.
We're human.
Same here. Mine, it likes to sit down real low until it boils over.
Does it elevate quick? Does it elevate?
It does pretty quick, but
He diffuses very quickly.
Yeah, she's helped me learn how to diffuse a lot better. I'm not as.
But also too, it helps when you're in a business like small business like yours, and you have somebody that is passionate and loves it as much as you do.
Yes.
That also helps.
Yes.
Yeah,
because it feels like you can trust somebody, and trust is a big factor nowadays.
Yes, sir. Oh, yes.
Especially in your business, because you have to. In your business, if you don't take care of the customer, if the food's not right, if the crab barbecue's not right, if the sides aren't right, if the service isn't right, they're not going to come back.
Yes.
Yeah, because there's so much to choose from.
Oh,
Yes.
There's so much other people to choose from
Yeah.
that are getting it right.
Yes.
Yeah, Hell, now 7-Eleven's selling food.
I know.
Right.
Dude. I listen. Have you seen the commercials?
Yeah.
People harass me. I want to taste something. I want to try some of their food. And they have these meatballs that are 100% beef with cheese and stuff in them. I ate one. I was like, you got to be kidding me. It was really good.
Is it good?
I was like, holy crap, man. I mean, everybody's trying to up their game because the last decade with Food Network, Cooking Channel, social media, the gram, the link, all that stuff.
Yep.
Food has become center stage.
It really has.
More so than a lot of the chefs and the pitmasters.
Yep.
Yeah.
If it doesn't look good, it's not going to taste good.
It's got to look good.
Yeah,
And
you're right.
they're not going to come see you. It's all about photogenic.
Tell them about that charcoal sausage that you tried to make and the experiences we had with that.
Oh yeah, so there's the edible charcoal that you can put inside the food.
Yeah.
And,
last year Halloween actually.
yeah, so during Halloween last
Oh,
year.
to make it black.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so and it's on my Instagram if y'all want to go check it out. But so Chef Mark McCourt from Against the Grain Barbecue.
Hey, wait a minute. Quit saying Instagram. It's the gram.
It's
The
the
Cool
gram.
people, cool people say the gram.
Oh, we're old, I guess.
So he came out and we did this Brett's Backyard Barbecue.
Yeah, I like
2-year
him.
anniversary.
Yeah.
And he's right next to my mom's house
Yeah.
out there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So he came out and we did a collaboration on
Yeah.
a few different sausages to serve at his event. And one of them ended up being this 4 different roasted peppers, kind of hot gut, but then we added not black food coloring, the black charcoal inside of it. And it looks really cool, but for the people walking up to it, they thought it was burnt. They couldn't
They were
tell.
like, this is disgusting.
even if
And they
you
didn't
tell
even try it
Yeah.
yet.
Even if you tell them it's charcoal,
Yeah.
that it's black because it's charcoal, and we're trying to do a play for the Halloween.
Yeah.
Funny enough, at the festival, it was really
It was
a
a
hit.
hit. It was
But
a
we
hit.
brought it back home to the restaurant, and people were very wary about it.
Well, you know what that is, and I know you're going to, but it's, being in the restaurant business all my life, it's about how you market it.
Yeah,
It is.
it is. You're
It's,
right.
I mean, it's how you present it to people, and I know it.
Yeah.
You're right. You're doing it at a festival. You don't have
Yeah.
time to make a bunch of posters and try to do that.
Yeah.
But it's if you're going to do it all the time, it'd be about how you market it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We call it
for
the Black
sure.
Mamba.
The Black Mamba. Boy, I can think of a lot of things that mean that. Ashley, what's been the most challenging aspect for you being in the barbecue business when you switched from the fashion world to the barbecue world? What's been
The biggest change and challenge was my clientele changed
Okay.
a lot.
Yeah.
I did work in the food industry when I was about 16. I worked at a pizza place as you do as a 16-year-old, and I told myself I would never go back because
she
it was
met me.
dirty and it was unreliable, and people were very needy, and so I worked very corporate up until Brendan and I got together, and I just jumped back in, and I love everybody, and I have a good time kind of showing my personality.
Yeah, but
to
see,
other
that's
people.
different. It's yours now. It's
Yeah.
y'all, not yours. It's y'all's.
Yeah.
Exactly, and I really felt an ownership towards it. You were
Yeah.
right, absolutely
There's
right.
a big difference.
And so
Yeah.
I was showing them, this is us, this is our experience.
When you get
this is
up
our
in the morning, I
food.
call that WTs, the want tos.
The want tos, I love that.
It's what it is. You got to have the WTs to get up in the morning, and a lot of people do. And you get up,
Yeah.
because it's your business.
Yes.
Well, you know, we actually lived in an RV right next to our barbecue spot.
I can see you doing that.
Yeah,
you look like that kind of guy.
She's about
seriously.
6 months pregnant and I had her living next to the railroad track out in Ponder, right off of 156, and we had that train coming by every night.
20 minutes.
That's more than want tos. That's straight badass passion.
Yeah,
what that is.
Yeah,
so we
for sure.
wake up at 4 o'clock, start the fires.
But see, did it bother you to live in a motorhome? Didn't bother you, did it?
No.
It was very close to. I mean, we could get up and work. We did what we needed to do.
Bothered
and
a
it
little
was
bit.
easy.
It bothered a little bit. Just
There was
she's
a
pregnant,
porta
and there's-
potty that we had to go to.
Yeah.
In the porta potty situation.
Well, so you people think in life they need all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
And I've built big homes, and we're building a new home now, a smaller home now.
Nice.
Yeah.
But we went down and we had the house with race. So we've been living in this little 1-bedroom apartment. It's very small. But we've been there 5 months now. We're supposed to be there a month. Been there 5 months. And I was telling Jane that day, I was like, we're fine. I mean, we get along just fine.
Yeah.
It's not what you want; it's what you need.
And exactly,
right?
and that's what we found out.
Yeah.
So, we've been wanting to be in a house by now, but,
It just happens. It's life.
Yeah, we're still in an apartment, which is fine.
The restaurant industry happens.
Yeah.
We don't need a lot, Our home is the restaurant for the most
You know
part.
what you need?
Yes.
You need positive vibes.
Absolutely.
You need to be able to eat. You need to be able to survive.
Yep.
But you got to stay positive about it.
Yeah.
A lot of people get negative about having to go to porta potty, but apparently, I'm sure you got
A lot of women have a lot of
fine.
negative.
Yeah.
Let's pop that door open. It's fine.
Get out of the way, boys! I'm coming through.
My sister worked for us for a while, and she came early one day while it was a hot morning while he was going to the bathroom.
I bet that smelled good.
It was,
I
he had the door popped open like you said.
I need a breeze.
We have a funny story that we talked about.
She walked up on me. Yeah, she opened the door and I was on.
No shirt, no pants, nothing,
Yes, sir.
Hey, those are experiences you never forget, right?
Well, she won't anyway.
That's awesome. See, that's the kind of stuff you never forget, though, right? You're building a business.
Memories.
Hey, you're building a business, and this business is successful, and you've taken it step by step by step or stage by stage, and that's stuff you won't forget.
Never.
Yeah.
Never.
Even the down times, there's ways to bring it back, from all these little cool experiences.
You still have the motor home?
No, we got rid of it. We sold it to a guy for his hunting lease.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. I still got the yellow trailer. It's a 36-foot gooseneck if somebody is interested.
Do you?
Sitting in storage right now.
It's in storage. Yeah.
What was it? Was it a house too, or what was it? What's in there?
We
No,
served
so
out of it.
Just you put equipment in or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was kind of our dish pit or prep trailer.
Prep trailer, yeah.
So what event are you going to do next? Where y'all going to be next?
What do we got next? We got the Troubadour Festival.
That's right.
Yeah.
Chase.
Yeah, with Chase Colson.
Yeah.
And that'll be in what's that little town called?
It's called Elm. Elm, Texas.
Yeah, so we're gonna do that one, and then
that's got 40-something pitmasters, right?
Oh yeah, and then directly, I think the weekend directly after or before is Brett Fest. So the new,
I think I'm gonna try to go that. I've seen them post that. Yeah,
I mean, there's
It's a
40
good
pitmasters
festival.
going to that one too.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It is.
When you go to something like that, you see all the. It's really cool because you can see all the camaraderie.
Yep.
See everybody working together, and you can walk around and talk to people, and you can see what everybody because everybody does something a little different.
Yeah.
It's like Dane down there flopping up that at Red Dirt this year. He flopped up that cinder block to smoke that pig.
Right.
Yeah, it was cool.
Gosh,
Right on the damn thing.
He's
man.
so creative. We love Dane and
I know.
Ashley
He's
so
a good
much.
guy.
Yeah, him and Thomas
do.
really put it down on that pit. Just anything that they put out is amazing. Like their sausage is next level. There's nobody in the DFW that does sausage better than them.
I've walked up to their window. I'm gone over there, and I've seen them just getting their ass wet.
Yes.
Wet.
They're the hardest
spot.
workers.
20, 30, 40 people standing in line, and Ashley's beating sweat.
Yeah.
Dane and them are all back there. They're all just sweating and sweating and sweating.
Not a smile in sight.
Air conditioners can't keep up in that trailer.
No.
They can't keep up.
That was the biggest part of Ponder was, we had an
Yeah.
old 1967 Airstream that we served out of, and the air conditioner could not keep up with it.
No, you know what though? Airstreams are cool.
they are.
Ask McConaughey. Airstreams are cool.
Yes, they are.
All right.
I was about to say that.
Got to serve him a few times when I was in Austin.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Yeah, he is.
He's very down. He's just like he is. He's a very down to earth guy.
Yeah.
You need to have one like meaty. He said, all right. It's meaty.
Meaty.
So your Troubadour Festival is going to be cool. That's going to be a lot of people. And then the Brett Fest, is that Brett Fest? I've not ever been to that one.
This is the first year.
Okay, that's why I've been to it.
He did last year. He did the 2-year barbecue and buds festival, which was just I think there was 15 of us or 20 of us there maybe.
Yeah.
And it was kind of his first one to put together, and he did it all himself. With my festival successful. I had the city to put it together for me. So there was a bunch of stuff going on, but now he's got 40 different people coming in, and I think it's still growing to this day. And then Carrie from Snow's Barbecue is going to be like the grand marshal of it.
Awesome.
So Snow's Barbecue will be there. Tootsie will be there. Hopefully Tootsie's there. But
and that's Brett Fest, and where's it held?
That's at Brett's Backyard Barbecue in Rockdale, Texas.
And I think is Brett's Backyard Barbecue on social media too? Because I'm
yes.
So y'all go to that Brett's Backyard Barbecue. He's a cool dude.
Oh yeah,
I met him at Red Dirt.
Yeah. He was there.
They were all. Everybody was working there. It wasn't as big as it normally is this year. I cake because we know why it wasn't.
Yeah.
But it was good. So what? Hey, I want to ask you. I never asked you. Did you get it when we featured the brisket balls on Fox? Did you all get a hit off that? Did people come?
Oh yeah, everybody was asking.
We
about
sold
it.
out so fast. We had to up our everything.
Okay.
Was
Everybody
awesome.
watches your show around here.
It was awesome.
It's nice to know that I make all I want to do is make a difference.
Oh, you
That's all I want to do.
absolutely
The only thing
yes.
those are just since we're on the topic here, those are the most labor intensive things that we make.
I can tell.
Yeah, so thank you.
Yes, it was amazing. And then the fact that we just had just made them essentially, and that's when you picked them up. We were like, oh my gosh, people like these.
We went from making maybe 2 trays a week of them to now having to make like 6 trays a week and going through 200 pounds of
having
potatoes.
to explain what it was, and then they just came in asking for them, and we're like, heck yeah.
Got real good at saying loaded mashed potato.
It should be a staple on your deal because it's just delicious.
It is, and we're going to
Thank
keep
you.
it there too.
Yeah.
It is.
I had a rodeo goat.
so good.
They do these burger wars.
Okay.
And they got these burger wars this month, and it's Hatch Me If You Can, which is a burger, and
my gosh.
Hatch Chili, and the Big Tex.
Oh yeah,
and I want to try them. I love the Big Tex. The Big Tex had it's got in the middle of it's got an onion ring, it's got a big beef patty, but it's got a fried potato patty it's really it's all
cool.
Yummy.
it's really good.
Is it like hash brown patty?
And then gravy.
Yeah.
Oh, it's delicious. Bacon.
Yum.
It's a big burger.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, not
huge.
for me, but it's a big burger.
Oh yeah,
Sounds like it.
easy work.
You know what's funny? I tell them, because I always tell people how I want to order stuff. And like I told the server, I said the little girl, she was really nice. I said I want extra bacon. She said extra bacon. It comes with a lot of bacon. I said just put 2 more pieces on there. I said how big are the pieces? What do you mean how big? I said how do they hang off the side? You have to ask. They don't. Some of them don't pay attention.
No, they just serve it.
Just serve it. Yeah. So I got extra bacon on there, and she looked at me. They never know what I'm doing. Yeah. So, but it was very good.
Like, did I stutter? Give me some more bacon.
Give me some more bacon.
Life is better with extra bacon.
Always.
Yes,
look at your cup right there, right?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Piggy.
Yep.
Okay.
I collect.
Belly.
I think I told you we collect cups. I've got a whole ton of them. But I love. I'm a big. When you're doing a show, I think it's and a lot of late night guys and a lot of the people have really cool. They do coffee mugs. Yeah. A lot of it for advertising.
Yeah. You got Steven Crowder with the Mug Club.
Yeah. I think it's really cool to have different, especially like this all except for that. I did that because of who you are. But these two pertain to barbecue,
These are cool.
and not necessarily Holstein, but just cows. If you're barbecuing a Holstein, I don't know.
I thought these were particularly
they're
picked.
real. They're real sweet cows, Holstein. So
yeah, I feel bad about doing that. They're literally like big dogs.
Yeah. So what's been your most favorite thing being in the barbecue business? If somebody was walking up and asked you they're going to start a barbecue, what would be your most favorite thing being in the actual own your own barbecue restaurant?
The people, the smiles you put on their face, and and that's literally why we called ourselves Smileys.
Yeah.
Is you're bringing something, especially the traditional Texas barbecue, which you're smoking it for 20 hours low, putting way too much smoke on it. After you're done eating it, you're sitting there burping it up for the next few hours.
Yeah.
There's a different way, the kind of a different thing they got going on in Central Texas that really kind of upped the barbecue game, and that is now spreading throughout the world. They've got it in Russia, they have it in the UK, they have it over there in what else? In Australia, and they're really doing good Texas barbecue.
Yeah.
And the education side of it is one of my favorite things too. I do a lot of private classes and a lot of consulting work for barbecue companies that are trying to start up around the country, and being able to bring the knowledge that I learned, in Austin, and then now you always learning, so continually learning, but.
It really is all about the reward that you see in people's eyes, and they light up, and they've never tasted anything like it.
When you turn somebody that hasn't had any kind of meat for 3 years, 4 years, and get them to try your brisket, and now they're eating meat again.
Isn't that crazy?
It's amazing. It's the best feeling in the world. That's something that you work that hard on, that it changes somebody's life.
It does.
And
Speaking of putting smiles on people's faces, I have a video I want everybody to watch. I did a 1-minute video. I play this every show. It's about restaurants and stuff. Ron, can we play that video, please, sir? And it's
Hi, I'm Trey Chapman, publisher of Trey's Chowdown and host of Trey's Chowdown Live, a weekly TV show and radio podcast highlighting chefs, restaurants, and deliciousness. The restaurant and service industry is in big trouble due to COVID-19, and they could really use your help. While restaurants and service operations may look normal, they are far from normal. So many restaurants, food trucks, burger spots, barbecue joints, bars, and taverns are literally going broke by the hour and might get worse. So I'm asking everyone to help out the simplest way they can, and that is to please buy and shop local. Whether you're dining in, taking out, or get delivery, you are helping out your local businesses tremendously. Mom and pop owners, chefs, restaurants, and all of our service folks will be so very thankful that you're helping in this difficult time. Oh, and be generous on the gratuity when possible. Thank you so much, and thanks for supporting local.
And people sometimes get that confused when people say supporting local. Like I get people, literally 2 or 3 people a month that will send me some, make some comment about, man, that's not a local restaurant. I don't care if it's a franchise or not. If it's a Jimmy John's or if it's a whoever, it's Jersey Mike's or if it's a Dairy Queen or if it's those people are local unless it's a corporate store.
Yeah.
And I visit local stores. So the local owner, he may own one of those. He may own 2 of them, like Chick-fil-A's. They're local.
Yeah.
Absolutely. An owner can only own 2 Chick-fil-A's.
Yeah.
So that's to me, that's local. And they're local in the community. They spend a lot of money in the community. They spend money on soccer teams and schools and give donations.
Yes.
And it's just important to support local.
It really is. And not just the mom and pop shops,
Yeah.
like you're saying. There are the franchisees. They are local people. They're the ones that are bringing, the jobs to the community as well as revenue to the cities that they operate out of.
I don't think people understand how much a restaurant gives back to the community.
Mm-hmm.
So much.
Not only food, but when my dad and granddad, we all had our restaurants. In every community we were in, we would buy steers and hogs from the local fair.
Yeah.
We would donate to school functions,
Have
to Follies. I mean, a restaurant's put a lot. People just don't think about it because it's stuff you don't see.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
It's kind of like everybody thinking, and it's kind of like the actor Rock Johnson. He was talking about how he got famous real quick. He didn't get famous quick. He spent all his life doing that.
Yeah.
And he works 7 days a week, works his butt off. But people only see end results lots of times. Like when you're doing barbecue, or they already barbecue and they go, man, this is good. They don't see everything it takes to get that on their plate to their mouth.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, they're sitting there as soon as you run out. They're like, "Why can't you throw another brisket on that?" You've obviously never barbecued.
You wouldn't be sitting here all night.
Yeah, I was like, "Okay, I'll see you in 12 hours."
Some of the big guys, they might have some in queue, but for most of these, even Terry Blacks and these guys that do massive amounts of business,
so much.
You can't hold that kind of listen, there's a restaurant I used to go to and they hold that stuff over and it's horrible in a day or 2. It's horrible.
Yeah.
Try to saran wrap and hold that stuff. It's just you can't do that.
No, it dries out real quick.
You reheat, it's horrible.
Yeah.
I can tell right away.
Yep. You can't reheat brisket.
Man.
You're not slicing it.
Even ribs, they try to reheat ribs, you go to pull them and it's like anybody got a vice and some pliers to get the meat off with?
Yeah.
No.
Nothing worse than a chewy pork rib.
There isn't. You're right.
So what's your favorite, I want to ask about this, what's your favorite piece of barbecue, your favorite barbecue dish, your favorite piece of barbecue? If you had to eat one, what would be your favorite?
It feels cliche by saying just a piece of sliced fatty brisket.
No, it's not cliche.
That and then a really, really close second is a sausage because you put a lot of time into making that sausage and it's really easy to mess up and it's really easy to over season.
Yeah.
And you can't, take that out after it's
so
already
many
in.
different flavor profiles. Sausage.
So I mean, I'd say traditionally, I'm go ahead and get me a nice slice of fatty brisket.
Right.
Is my favorite, but then you got to have a good sausage.
Are you big on the lean brisket at all?
Yeah, I mean that's really indicative of if you're going to be a good barbecue guy, if you're going to be a good pitmaster or not. Is if you can get a nice piece of lean, as well as a nice piece of moist in the same brisket.
Yeah.
So I like it. I love it. I'll have it.
Anytime these guys, you go up to the order and they say, I now try to, I put a baseball cap on and pull it down. Most time now they know who I am.
Yeah.
I really try. I don't like to screw up restaurant operations at all. So I really try not to say anything. But they'll ask, do you want lean or fatty? I'm like, Man, did I come here for a piece of lean meat? I want the fat.
Give me the fat.
Grease.
That's
the
how you
flavor,
know.
baby.
That's how you know you're a barbecue person is if they say lean.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
I want to sweat by the time I'm getting out of here, you know?
Next stop, Deliciousville.
Yes, sir.
I made up my own deal because I didn't want to use Flavortown, so I used Deliciousville. That's one train stop past Flavortown.
I think it's before.
Mid-cities. That's awesome.
So what's your favorite part of barbecue?
My favorite is the pork belly burn-ins. I've never known barbecue like him. I think the first time I had his barbecue, it was a microwave piece of brisket, and I was like, we both grew up in Fort Worth, so I've never had brisket like that, but the pork belly has changed my whole perspective on.
I agree.
Wait, what about this microwave barbecue, would you say?
He had an event or a pop-up kind of before we started dating.
Oh, okay.
And he had some in the fridge.
Reheated some.
And I just microwaved it because I was hungry. And
I bet you were like, that's the first time you had the barbecue.
Yeah, his barbecue.
Okay.
And it was,
And she liked it microwaved.
It was incredible. Yeah,
she's learning.
Well, I had it fresh, and obviously I learned real quick that there was a difference.
A lot of restaurants now don't even have microwaves in their places.
No,
but I mean,
no, you can't.
No,
we will not.
Yeah,
but
we will not.
She left out the dessert. She's the dessert queen.
Oh, that's right. Right. Hang on, y'all have some great desserts.
Oh yeah. Don't even talk to me. This is the one here.
Yeah. What's your favorite dessert?
Well, my favorite dessert, I would say, is the brisket tallow cookies that we like to make. We'll use the fat from the brisket and instead of the butter in the recipe, and we'll make these as big as my head, maybe not y'all's head, but my head, and we'll stick caramel in it, and it's just so good, and there's salt on top of it. But the favorite of all people, I think that we get consistently is that banana pudding, and it's just basic. But what I do is I put like a molasses cookie and like for a spice, and people love it. So.
There's nothing you shouldn't say basic. There's nothing basic about what y'all do.
Thank you.
It's not. You can make it. You can try to dumb it down a bit, but there's nothing basic.
Thank you. Yeah, and
does it say basic anywhere on the menu?
No, sir.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, by the way, I like your trays too. The wood is it wood trays, right?
Yeah. The cedar planks.
Yeah. But they have the lip on them. They're like a tray, but a lot of people use the metal trays.
Oh yeah, and those are the plastic. The old school plastic ones you get. But my buddy Pete put those together for us.
Oh, so you did make it because I never seen them before.
Oh,
those are handmade.
Okay, see,
resin on top of everything.
Also, two details.
Yes.
Hey, listen, if somebody wants to see wants to see you on wants to see the whole season of season 2 of Barbecue Brawl. Yeah. That's on Discovery Plus because I think I watched it there, right?
Yes, it is. Okay. It's season 2. I make it, most of the way.
Yeah. Well, that's it. Well, yeah, you do make. Yeah, you do good though. Yeah. So that's on Discovery Plus, and that's the only place I could find it. Used to you could find different places, but it's cheap. It's like $5 a month. That's with no commercials too. I love that.
Yeah. So if you have Food Network just running, on the TV, they'll air it. Every few days they air a few episodes of it. But the best place to watch it on demand is going to be Discovery Plus.
Yeah.
Brendan, Ashley, thank y'all so much for coming in.
Thank you, Trey.
I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
I'm sure I'll see you at the next event.
Oh, yes.
If I don't see you before. You need to do your little smoked tater, your little brisket balls at an event sometime.
Yeah.
We're still trying to figure out what our menu is going to be for these next 2 events. So
we gotta get a portable fryer for that.
Yeah, that's easy. Use a Fry Daddy. I mean,
you're right.
Throw it away when you're through.
You're right.
All right, guys. If you're looking for us, you can go to Trey'sChowdown.com. If you go to Trey'sChowdown.com, you can get everything. I've got a restaurant guide, barbecue guide. I got all my old I can't even talk. Footage from all the ABCs, Fox, NBCs, all those shows. You can see that stuff. They're all linked. You can go to our YouTube, catch us on the gram, the link, tweet us. We're on 11 platforms now.
Gram.
Wow.
All day long, and we post different stuff on every platform. We don't post the same stuff.
I love that.
Because different groups.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I've realized that different groups are on different platforms. So, it's just a big thing. Oh, and my new platform, I've been 11, is TikTok.
Oh, okay. You're a TikToker.
I'm a TikToker.
You've been doing good on that one.
I've been doing real good.
You'll have to show me, Trey.
Fun with that.
Yes,
You'll have to teach 55 years old.
I love that so much.
Yeah. But anyway, thank y'all again so much. I really appreciate it.
Trey.
And it's Smiley'sBBQ.com. Is that?
Smiley'sTXBBQ.com.
Smiley'sTXBBQ.com.
And then on the gram, you can find us at Smiley's BBQ.
Perfect. Yeah. All right. Thanks again, y'all, very much.
Thanks, Trey.
See y'all next week. Same time, same back channel.